Abigail is a 2024 American horror film. The movie had its world premiere at the Overlook Film Festival on the 7th of April 2024 and was theatrically released in the United States by Universal Pictures on the 19th of April 2024. The movie is about a crew of 6 who kidnap the ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld boss for ransom. What they had not counted on was their mark to not be a defenseless, innocent young girl. The good. The movie revamps a genre that hasn't seen some decent action in a while, with a silly and scary and some politic flourish. The cinematography is decent and the action set pieces are well choreographed. And oh yes, there is blood and gore. It is a horror movie after all. Abigail might be a horror movie, but it's also comical and you might just find yourself chuckling out loud at some parts with its colorful cast and even make some hilarious digs at the genre stereotypes. Alicia Weir, as the titular character, Abigail, delivers a strong performance with relish as an acrobatic ballerina who is more than Mr. I, bringing life to the horror film. You can tell she had fun making this production, and it shows. I was pleasantly surprised to see Giancarlo Esposito in this movie. Even if the screen time is very short, he makes quite the impact with his commanding presence that makes every second he's on the screen count. While the movie's trailer preempts the biggest plot twist, it still manages to bring a couple of unexpected twists and turns that make it quite the unpredictable watch. Even if it brings to mind a movie like Don't Breathe, where a trio of thieves breaks into the blind man's house who ends up being not as helpless as he seems. The bad. I feel the marketing department dropped the ball on the trailer by revealing what should be the biggest plot twist on which the movie hinges upon. I've not revealed this twist and will not be sharing what it is. You can find the movie's trailer for yourself if you want, but I felt it kind of spoiled the viewing experience. If you've watched the trailer, you kind of know what's going to happen, and the first 40 minutes of the movie feel so slow. One could almost get tired of waiting for the bloody action. Maybe that's why they revealed the twist, so you know there's more to look forward to and not to scrutinize the characters' lack of depth. And oh boy, are most of the characters rather one-dimensional. Nothing more beyond their description or stereotypes. The hacker, the muscle, the bagman, the babysitter, the driver, and the leader, whose purpose is basically to die. But we aren't really invested in if they live or die. The ugly. It's a horror movie, so of course naturally it's not shy of blood, gore, and violent deaths. It is R-rated. The characters also swear rather gratuitously, which is why the movie probably pushed up the R rating, as the blood and gore bits is more in the realm of comedy. Having a young actor in the center of such a violent film feels rather wrong, not to mention all the swearing. Call me a prude, but it just doesn't sit well with me. Final thoughts. It is a surprisingly fun movie which will keep you entertained and even sneak in scares, but overall a fun and light movie despite its rather dark premise. Fun fact, the kidnappers get their names from members of the Rat Pack, which was a group of entertainers in the 1950s and 1960s, comprising primarily of Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, Dewey Bishop, and Don Rickles, who was a peripheral member via friendship with Frank Sinatra. I'm not sharing the trailer because of the spoiler, but you can have a look at this image while you decide if this is something you would watch. Have you watched it? Would you watch it? Thoughts?